Today on the Daily Buzz, naked Prince Harry, the X-rated photos that shocked the monarchy and the world. We have the latest from London, plus we look back at Harry's naughty history. Rosie and Trump friends say it ain't so, how these two bitter enemies called their truce. And Michael Strahan, the new Regis. We asked the question, is the former NFL superstar the right choice for Kelly? Then a Daily Buzz exclusive. The Octomum here in the studio, and you won't believe what she's doing now. It's all straight ahead on the Daily Buzz. Well, what happens in Vegas apparently doesn't stay in Vegas as naked photos of Prince Harry go viral. Welcome to a jam-packed edition of the Daily Buzz. I'm Dylan Howard. Prince Harry went to Sin City looking for some fun in the sun, and judging by these TMZ photos, he found much more than that. It's our big story of the day, and this is what we know at this hour. St James Palace, which manages the Prince's official duties, has confirmed the nude photos are of the 27-year-old Playboy Prince. We've also learned Harry is on his way home to London, where he's bound to be confronted by a media circus. Indeed, here's how Sky News in his native country is reporting the scandal.
On the one hand, I think this is obviously a private holiday. The Prince is always high-spirited. I think we know that. But the question comes into play as to whether he should have, if we're led to believe he did, invite young ladies from the hotel bar up to his room. And that in its sense is not a problem. The problem becomes when photographs are taken and they're made available on the internet.
In a moment, we'll count down Harry's most notable gaffes. But first, I want to welcome here in our Hollywood studio royal expert Callie Lynch, editor at socialitelifecom. And Callie, how much trouble is the Prince in?
You know, I don't think he's in a lot of trouble. Seeing these pictures myself, I really don't think it's a big deal because he is, while a public citizen, a private citizen. So when he's going off on an unofficial visit to the U.S., this is his private time. Therefore, St. James Palace is not going to comment on this issue. They did address the fact that, yes, it is him in those pictures, but they're not going to say anything about that.
And that's the most interesting thing here. In America, these photos are being published everywhere. In London, it's not happening.
No.
Why?
Because of the Leveson inquiry. Back when News Corp International and the whole phone hacking scandal happened, David Cameron appointed Lord Leveson to inquire about all of this. So he is still coming up with all of the facts and figures and new ways to say to the press, listen, these are the rules and regulations and you have to follow them. So until this is done, pretty much every British press, every British newspaper is kind of on their toes and not touching this.
And it could quite well be an invasion of privacy if indeed they were to
yeah.
publish them there. The law here, though, is very different. Callie, could it be that he's third in line to the throne, that he actually realises he may well not ascend to the throne and ultimately he doesn't care?
No, that's not going to happen. No matter what he does, he will ascend the throne should William and Kate not have any kids. It's not going to happen that they're going to kick him out of a session. Surely,
though, this is a monumental embarrassment to the monarchy.
Yeah, it is, but at the same time, Harry has a fantastic resume. He does so many wonderful things for charities. He is in the military, so while, you know, privately he may be punished by the Queen, by senior members of the military.
Do you think that he will be privately punished?
I think that he might be reprimanded. On and off, you know, duty, a member of the military has to, you know, present himself in the best way possible. So privately, yes.
Well, this isn't the first Harry scandal to rock the monarchy. The Daily Buzz is now counting down Harry's top 3 troubles. And you'll remember this. He was busted smoking pot, and it actually landed him at a drug rehabilitation centre, Callie.
Yes, but Prince Charles brought him to the rehabilitation center to teach him about addiction and the perils that come with it. So it was more of a learning lesson than an actual intervention.
At number 2, back in 2006, Harry was busted on video while serving in Britain's military in Afghanistan. Caught on tape referring to a fellow Asian soldier as his little, quote, packy friend. Let's take a look at that video.
Hello, little packy friend. Ahmed.
Now, Callie, that scandal was the one which probably hurt him the most.
I would say so, yes. It was not right for him to say those sort of things. However, you have to remember that he is on the front lines with these guys. So they are spending 24 hours a day together, and he has a bond with them that goes far deeper than what we're seeing on the camera right there.
Still a little racist.
Of course.
Number one, drum roll please. You'll remember this photo. It landed him on the cover of Britain's The Sun newspaper. Callie, needless to say, that there is a poor choice for a Halloween costume.
I can't really defend that. That was part of the fancy dress party back in 2009, and you know, the Windsors have German blood in them, and it was a very poor decision for him to go with a Nazi badge, and he knows that, and he issued an apology, and that was a big mess up.
Do you think the palace will question his judgment to attend events going forward?
Absolutely not. No,
Right.
He has great judgment. He's a party animal. He has a history of being a party animal, but he can pull it together when the time calls for it.
Callie Lynch from socialitelife.com, thank you very much for joining us today. That story is not going away anytime soon, and for more on the X-rated Harry picture scandal, head on over to the website CELEBUZZ.com, and you too can join the conversation on Twitter using our hashtag #TheDailyBuzz. When we come back, why Rosie and Trump called off their bitter feud, and has Kelly Ripa found her new Reg? The answers coming up.